Tourism Tax Board to start. And the first thing will be the discussion action on the minutes from the May 19th meeting.
Motion to approve the May 19 minutes.
Second.
A motion and a second.
Melinda? Yes. Charles?
Yes.
Connor?
Yes.
Norma?
Yes. Next will be discussion action on the May financial report. Jody, you're up.
Okay, so, before, at the bottom, I don't know what happened, but that one is the Rotary Club, so sorry it cut off. Anyway, starting off, we have $652,466.28, $150,000 for the Alva Arena Authority, $3,000 for the Alva Chamber of Commerce, $28,800 to the Big Cruise and Car Show, $4,500 to the Alva's Crazy Cool Boulevard Cruise, $12,600 to the Alva Chamber of Commerce Tourism Promotion and Marketing Project, $6,000 to the Northwest Oklahoma Junior Rodeo Association in July and also in June, $3,000 to the Salt Fork June Jam, $10,400 to the Alva High School Northwestern Shootout, $5,000 to the 24th Annual Northwestern Football Golf Tournament, $12,500 to the Alva Rotary Club 4th of July Spectacular, $500 for future, $2,500 for standing, which leaves us with $407,666.28. There we go. And I had Norval, man, I could not talk. Norval signed the Salt Fork June Jam for $300, $3,000. What is going on? I think I'm hot. Then he signed the $6,000 for the Northwest Oklahoma Junior Rodeo Association for the June one, and for the Northwestern Football Golf Tournament for $5,000 for what they asked for.
I move to approve the financial report.
A second.
A motion and a second to approve the financial report.
Connor?
Yes.
Melinda? Yes. Charles?
Yes.
Norma?
Yes. Next is discussion and action on the Nescatunga Golf Tournament, not to exceed $6,000.
I believe it's the 59th annual Nescatunga Golf Tournament. Be Alva Golf and Country Club the second weekend in July, which I believe is the 10th and 11th, correct? We will have some activities on the 9th, Friday night, before the golf tournament, to try and bring more people into Alva for the entire weekend, not just Friday. We started doing this, a year or two ago, doing a closest to the pin challenge and stuff like that, just to get some of the families and bringing a lot of people back to Alva from, that have played in that golf tournament for a long time. We're asking for $6,000. That will go toward extra labor that it requires to host the golf tournament for the 3-day event, plus our banquet. Last year we didn't have our banquet. That's why on the sheet it didn't show that we'd asked for that last year because of the COVID situation and everything like that. So we chose not to have the banquet last year, which the banquet's on Saturday night after the first round of the golf tournament. But that's kind of what we're looking for. We have to bring in ice trailers anytime you do one of these in the middle of July. You know, we have ice machines out there, but we don't have enough ice to keep up with everything. We're hoping with the pool being operational and open, I know we've had good numbers at the pool this year already. So hopefully that'll bring some of the families out to the golf course on Saturday and Sunday as well. So possibility of 44 teams. People will be staying in hotels, going to the convenience stores, eating at the eating establishments, stuff like that in town. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. So, you have any questions for me?
What's the registration cost?
It is $500 a team, $125 a person.
Did it fill up pretty quick?
It usually does. Last year, we like to get it right around 40, but we can hold 44. I think last year we had 39. Can't remember for sure. 39 or right at 40 maybe. We can hold 44. So, and I know I've had people. It's a member guest tournament, which it's always been that way. You have to have a member on your team, part of the 4-man team. And I've had people. I had a gentleman call me from Dodge City the other day asking about it, and he's an old Alva guy, and wanted to know if it was still a member guest because he'd like to come play in it, and if he knew of any members if I knew of any members that needed a player that he'd like to come back and play in it. So, but
How long has it been since you raised it to 500? What was it before?
400. It's probably been 3 or 4 years since we went up on the price of it to 500. Just cost of expenses, things of that nature. It was hard for us to continue to try and do everything that we would like to do with all the people that come back to keep it at 400. So.
I think it's an important thing that Alva has a good golf tournament. I mean, the country club is something needed in this town. In my opinion.
I think this one specifically, brings a lot of people.
It does. 44 teams, that's good.
Right. And I know personally, my team, I'll have two gentlemen coming in from out of town. One of them will stay at a hotel, one of them stays with family, so. And most teams, there's not a whole lot of teams in the golf tournament that just consist of just Alva people, I'd say. People, let me rephrase that, people still living in Alva. Now, there are a lot of teams out there that consist of Alva people, but they're people that come back and this is their yearly venture back to Alva's, the hot and sweaty Nescaton golf tournament. So.
You do have prettier times of the year.
Do what?
There are prettier times of the year.
Absolutely, but tradition, second weekend in July, it's been that way ever since I was that tall, so.
If you cut the prize money by, say, $3,000, is that going to change the registration at all?
Change the number of teams that come. It's not a big money tournament. We do other tournaments to for that reason. Like, for example, our Big Skins tournament is a big money tournament, but most people, I would say we would have probably about a 70 to 75% people still come back and play in it if we decrease the prize money. I don't think it would be full, which in the last several years, we haven't had any issues with it being full. Some of the teams, some of the people come and play in it because, like I said, family and it's tradition and stuff like that. And then some of the teams come, for the opportunity to win the prize money and stuff like that as well. So, hope that answers your question.
I would make a motion that we approve not to exceed 6,000 for the Nescatonga golf tournament.
A second.
We have a motion and a second.
Charles?
Aye.
Melinda?
Okay.
Connor?
Aye.
Norman?
Aye. Thank you. Good luck. Next is discussion and action of the proposed budget for fiscal year 2021, 2022.
We visited about this a little bit last month. We just didn't have it on the agenda to take action on. So we are proposing the same budget as we currently have this year, expecting approximately $155,000 in revenue and spending approximately $155,000, knowing that we do have money in reserves if we need to do more or something. Specifically, the Arena Authority would, need the money that we've allocated to them at $150,000. This year to date, we have, if you look at the financial statements, we've received in about $87,000 in revenue. So we're under where we really wanted to be. And so that being said, we've still spent about $100,000. So we've spent a little bit more than what we brought in. In talking about it, I feel like next year is going to be a better year. I don't feel like the $155,000 in revenue is going to be out of line. So I'm comfortable with projecting the same budget as what we have this year. Now, if we get to the, March, April timeframe of next year and we're in the same position that we are this year, we may need to have a different conversation about the budget for the next year. But as it sits right now, I'm comfortable projecting the same budget that we already have, knowing we have money in reserves to take care of us if we would, the things that we would like to accomplish, we still have money there to do that with. Do you all have any questions for me?
It seems like our hotel revenues kind of drifted down, keeps drifting.
It has. It has drifted down, Dr. Tucker. If we look at first quarter of the previous year, we had received in about $40,000 in revenue, and last year was very hard on us, especially our motels. And I think that the events that we've had, we've had 3 tournaments in the last 2 months that have, where we've been at capacity at our hotels, and we have things moving forward. I think we'll be moving in a better direction in this next year. And like I said, that's why I'm comfortable proposing the budget that we have, but we do just need to, make sure that we're paying attention in next year, making sure that we've done better or we're still moving in that direction.
Yeah, I don't think we can take any of the numbers out of the whole COVID thing and make any assumptions on those. I think
Well, and last year they didn't have those tournaments.
Right,
They
we did
just
not.
simply didn't happen.
Well, and we didn't have graduation at the college
Right.
in May. There was a lot of things that didn't happen last year that are beginning to happen again this year, and so
Thankfully.
Well, I
Yes.
think those things that we normally have, that we didn't have, are gonna have record-setting attendance this coming year too.
I would agree with you on that. I mean, our baseball and softball tournaments that we've had at the rec center, I feel like are prime examples of that. Those tournaments exceeded the preceding years where we've had them this year by not just a little bit, but by leaps and bounds. And so I do agree with you on that.
So, this is a little bit off of the subject, but the state collecting the sales tax, where are we at on that?
I will be honest with you, I forgot to ask Rick about that, and I didn't get it done. It's on my list to do first thing in the morning, and that's on me, and I apologize. I just didn't get it done. I'll follow up with him, and I will send an email to Jody so that she can forward that out to the group as soon as I have more information. And I apologize, Normal.
Okay.
That was my fault. But I do think if we can move in that direction, that may also help our revenue increase as well, because they'll be responsible for making sure it's all there and comparing it to sales tax that's being reported as well. So I apologize, and I'll get on that and send an email.
All right, appreciate that. Do you need a motion from us then to approve the budget?
That is what we have historically done, yes.
With a budget number of 155?
That's fine. Or just as proposed even, that's
Okay.
fine.
I move that we approve the budget as proposed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
Charles?
Yes.
Connor?
Yes.
Melinda? Norval?
Aye. All right. Next is discussion action to enter into executive session. And so, I understand we're going to do that.
We will need a motion in a second.
We need a motion to enter into executive session.
I move that we enter into executive session.
Second.
Charles?
Thank
Charles?
you guys, good luck.
Melinda?
Yes.
Oh, you left something here, ma'am?